So y'all gonna want to see this. It was a document that was shared with me, basically saying that BG Wealth Sharing and Professor Stephen Beard would basically compensate or pay for any of the losses anybody experienced in the event that the account was hacked. All of these different things. I'm gonna read it verbatim so that way you don't just have to, go off of what I'm saying. But when I look at this document, it also has some numbers. I'm gonna look at the numbers and I'm gonna connect it to the entity that the numbers are supposed to have been issued by. And then I'm gonna let y'all see, the findings of that. Then it's another level to it to see if the document holds any weight, because if so, then it has a notarized stamp and seemingly signature that says that BG Wealth will cover any losses that people endure due to the things that are happening right now with BG Wealth Sharing. Let's just get into the document. I'm gonna read it verbatim, follow along, and you tell me what you think at the end. All right, so here's the document. As you can see at the top, it says BG Wealth Sharing Ltd, Australian company, ACN number 686-266-704. Pay close attention to that number because we'll be using it later. It then says investment partnership commitment letter. Number 1, over the next 10 years, Stephen Beard commits to providing 2 signal analysis each day, ensuring that at least 1 out of 5 analysis is profitable. Participants must operate based on the trade analysis provided by Stephen Beard, adhering to the timing, direction, and specific amounts specified. Number 2, while following these trades, investors must comply with the company's development policies, maintain the company's reputation, and uphold the company's culture. Number 3, if an investor discovers anyone spreading rumors or disseminating negative information, they should promptly report it to the relevant parties to jointly maintain a positive investment environment. 4, if a user's DSJ exchange is hacked, resulting in a loss of funds for BG members, the team will fully reimburse all lost funds. Investors who comply with the above stipulations will receive a financial guarantee from BG Wealth Sharing Ltd. Scope of guarantee: if all 5 signal phases published by Stephen Beard are incorrect, leading to losses for members trading based on the plan, BG Wealth Sharing Ltd will cover all investment losses. And then it says, for and on behalf of BG Wealth Sharing, it says PTY Limited. And then you can see the stamp, and it looks like what's supposed to be maybe a fingerprint. Stephen Beard is what it's saying right there. And then it says, Australian company, guarantee company, BG Wealth Sharing Ltd, effective date, April 20th, 2025, all the way to August 19th, 2034. So here's the document. Now, I told you, remember the number 686-266-704, because I'm finna go where this number needs to be entered to see if BG Wealth Sharing is listed with them. So hang tight. Here we go. All right, so here's the site, the ASIC site, the Australian site, basically where you look up this number. And I'll click on down here at the bottom. As you can see, I've already searched it before. It says search now. Search ASIC registers for companies, business names, documents, and more. So I'm gonna hit search now. All right, perfect. So it says important. Anyone who offers you a financial or investment product or gives you financial advice must have an Australian financial services license. So that's first and foremost. They must also have an AFS license or be authorized by someone who is licensed. Make sure that the person or company you are dealing with is licensed by searching the ASIC professional registers search. The ASIC is transforming the experience for AFS licensees. If you want to run a financial services business, you can apply for an AFS. So it's talked about all of that. Now, this is what I want to do, point out and put in the search. So I'm searching organization and business names. And then the number. Remember, the number was 686-266-704. Because I want to test the validity of this document myself to see, okay, is this document, does it hold any weight? And what do you know? it says BG Wealth Sharing Pty Limited 686-266-704. It got the registration date. Everything matched. The renew date, the next renew date is in 2027. Status registered. And you see the information there, and I believe you can view the document and things of that nature. Now, but they also said that anybody who's providing advice must also have the AFS. So I want to check this number and see if they also align with an AFS license, because this further proves if this document has any validity, based on my digging and due diligence. Okay, now here's the site to see if, the company has a AFS license. So as you can see, this is the Australian.gov site according to the domain, and it says ASIC professional registers search. Find information about a person or company if they are registered or licensed with the ASIC to perform a service. Be sure to check the details of what they are licensed to do, such as provide advice or offer investments. And it has some of the frequently asked questions, but right here in this box it says enter name, license number, registration number, ACN or ABN. The number that we have is the ACN. If you remember, you may have to go back, but it's the ACN number, and that number was 686-266-704. All right, double check, hit search. No results found. So based on that search, it appears that they're not registered with the AFS license, which if they're not, then that would make the document null and void. But let's go a step further, because it says you can enter the name, the license number, the registration number, ACN or ABN. So let's go ahead and just take it a step further and just go, okay, BG Wealth Sharing. We'll go LTD. No results found there as well. So let's take off the LTD. Let's just cover all bases and check. It won't hurt to check. So let's take off the LTD. No results found there. Now, on the original document, right under the stamp, it actually said BG Wealth Sharing Pty. And then it had limited spelled out. I just want to, check all bases just in case it's that specific. Still saying no results found. And the last thing I just do is just do the Pty alone, just to see. Still saying no results found. So unless I'm doing something wrong, the document may be null and void if it doesn't have an actual AFS license associated with the company. Reason being, they said that in order for a person who's registered to offer whatever the financial services are, they must also have an AFS. So the document did connect on the registration page, but two things have to be true in order for the document to be relevant based on my knowledge and what I'm finding. Now, it may be some actual experts out there who know how to get down to the nitty-gritty, get down to the bottom of things, but based on my observation and what I found, I was hoping, when I saw the document, I was like, this could be, pretty solid. Document stamped, looking notarized, etc. As if anybody who is losing money or on the verge of losing money, they'll be reimbursed and compensated. So it was shared to me, and I was like, okay, this could be promising for people, because I want people to get their money. I mean, of course I got money on there, but I want myself and others to get their money if at all possible, in the event that it was a hack or something did take place to cause people to lose funds. And I saw the document looking really official, and I was like, okay, this could be that thing. I said, but let me look a little deeper, just because it's some things that we all have overlooked in terms of being a part of BG Wealth Sharing. So I'm just looking a little deeper on things in general, and that will be the thought process on anything going forward. Just looking a little deeper and doing a little bit more due diligence, even though I saw the benefits and the power and the value in BG Wealth Sharing, what they were doing, the culture, etc. I just wanted to do a little deeper dive, and I see that the document is registered based on the first search, but the second search, no results found. So y'all let me know if I know some experts, some scam experts out there. If y'all know how to do a little deeper dive than what I did, then let me know if I missed something, or if I was accurate in the no results being found for that document, because the time is ticking in terms of when they say that things will be back to normal. I've decided not to do any more trades. I explained why in the previous video, and I decided not to pay the 15% tax. The verbiage of it being a tax didn't sit well, didn't make sense, couldn't make it make sense, and chose not to make it make sense, and chose not to pay the 15%. There are other people who have done it and continue to do it, but I have yet to find anyone who has done it successfully and successfully and was able to withdraw. That I have not. I got a couple of people who decided that they wanted to test out that thesis, and that's to be continued as well. So we shall see if that was something that allowed them to withdraw their money by paying the 15% tax, or if that was just a final money grab. Only time will tell, but definitely take a look at this or share this with somebody who you think may benefit, and see if somebody else may be able to do a deeper dive than what I was able to do, because this is what I decided to check into on that document, because it looked like it had some hope, some silver lining in people being able to get funds that's tied up in the exchange. Mr. Smith signing out. Salute.